Alright everyone, I want to show you the paint job on the hood of the Honda. You can see the neighbor's house in it. I'm going to polish that up when I get that polishing compound. It'll be here next week. I had to order it. They don't carry that sort of thing in my local hobby shop. But it came out pretty good. The underside, you can see it came out pretty shiny too. Just bombing it on there like that surprised me that it came out that well. This is a little fuzzy, a little grainy. It tells me I kept my airbrush a little too far away from the body. But again, the polishing compound will clean that up. This is looking good to me. So, you can see the color, you can see how it came out. I'm not upset with it. Again, I'm pretty sure most of that will polish out. The other thing I wanted to show you, I don't think it picks it up here, no. But I figured something out. If I put it in the window, looking outside, and I can get, here, we'll put the Honda directions behind it. Now you can see what I was talking about. How it looks like there's some liquid in that bottle. I really like how that came out. Alright. So progress is being made. Engine is almost done. I'm almost done with all the accessory parts for the engine, which means I can start putting them together in the body of the car. That's painted. It needs to be weathered a little bit. I'm going to do that a little bit tonight. Maybe not tonight. Tomorrow, I start putting that engine together, things start moving. Pretty soon I can start on the interior of this thing. I didn't realize when I opened this model kit that it had every single engine part to it. I mean, every single engine part. I really didn't know that. That is a surprise to me, a big surprise, to find that this was that detailed of a model. The only thing missing from this engine literally is some wires and a few hoses. There's no wiring in the engine. Some of the hoses are there. So it's just missing a few the wires and the hoses. All the parts are there. The distributor is there. The coil for charging the distributor is there. Spark plugs were not there. But I found the holes for the spark plugs. I molded the holes for the spark plugs in the engine itself. I showed you guys that a little bit ago. The oil filter was there. I mean, the master brake cylinder's there. The master clutch cylinder's there, even though I think this is an automatic on the interior. Yeah, go figure that. Again, all the different parts. The windshield wiper motor is there. I just showed you the windshield wiper fluid bottle, the battery. I mean, every last bit of this motor is here. It's just astounding to me that I have that model kit. I did not realize it. I don't have to go buy a bunch of aftermarket detail sets. It's all there. I just got to figure out how to do wires. I do have some aftermarket detail sets for wires and hoses, but I don't think I need them on this kit. I think I can get away with doing it with copper wire since I have so much left laying around here because I was working on that Millennium Falcon, which is coming back this summer. It's high up on my list of things to do once the Mercury 9 is done, which will be done within 2 or 3 weeks because it's going to the big spring contest in the all open category. Yeah. So it's got a deadline too. So everyone, I'm just astounded at it. I'm going to go. I'm taking a break. When I come back, I'm working on the Mercury 9, not the Honda, because I want to split my time between them. The C-130 is ready to go up on the base, so I'm getting that done today. I'm getting everything done on the underside of the Mercury 9. So I can get a board cut, so I can go out and cut a board for the bottom of it and just seal up all the electronics under a board with 3 or 4 screws. Put a piece of felt on the bottom of it so it's nice. I also need to get a glass case made for it. My wife said, yes, we're getting a glass case made for this one. So it doesn't get dusty or anything on the inside, because it's getting a little dusty up there. Nothing I can't blow off with the airbrush. But I don't want it that way forever. I don't want it destroyed. I probably can make a glass case for it, but let's face it, I'm lazy sometimes. We all are. Anyhow, I'm going to go. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright everybody, I was not happy with this paint job. So I got out the sandpaper and sanded it. And when I sanded, I mean I sanded. I can still see a few spots that need a bit of work. I'm going to put a coat of paint on it before I do that and see what happens. I basically hit this with 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 12,000 grit sandpaper and then a polishing stick to see what I could do. I want to see if this is going to fix anything. I'm going to try the hood first. I can see a few spots here and there that need to be fixed on this car, so I'm going to hit the car again first before I paint. But if that doesn't work, I'm going to strip that paint. And I know how to strip it. It's Tamiya paint, which means alcohol bath. I don't need any harsh chemicals. It's one of the reasons why I use the Tamiya. It's easy to work with and easy to do. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I went through and cleaned up my few spots that I found by looking at it. It is much cleaner now. Most of that orange peel is gone. I can still see a little bit of it right there. So I need to work that area a little bit more. But if I keep working this, I'm going to get rid of all that. And I'm giving it a really smooth, clean finish to put that layer of paint down on. This next layer of paint. And I think it's all going to look really good. I'll be back in a bit. Alright everyone. I did another coat of paint. This orange peeled. Here. Let's go where we can see it a little bit better. It's not as bad as it was, because look, you can see the reflection of the clouds and everything, but you can still see a little bit of orange peel. That's not become the base coat either. Okay? The reason I say that, and I know how to fix this and know how to get it off the hood, at least it did it on the hood. It did not do it on the car body. Alright? No orange peel. You can see that there is no, well, there's a teeny bit of it in one spot or another. But this should polish out, and this should look fine. Alright? So, what did I do wrong? Too much paint too fast, as far as I can tell. Because it's the same mix of paint. I used the same paint in this airbrush at the same time on both those. I painted this one first, I painted that one second. It's got a nice gloss coat on it, and I think I can polish that out, and it'll look really good. This doesn't quite have a nice gloss coat on it. It's okay. I'm going to polish this one when the polishing compounds come in, and hit it with a good clear lacquer clear coat, and it'll shine. Okay, and then I'm going to destroy the paint some. Talk about that later. But anyhow, I'm satisfied with the car body. I just got to get the hood fixed. I'll be back. Alright everyone, as the paint cured up, a lot of that orange peel vanished. So, I'm not so sure what the deal is, but, I mean, that's way better than what I had earlier. I'm going to polish that down again like I did and hit it again. Car body itself has not changed. It's in the same state, I think. We're going to check it. Paint is cured up for about an hour now. Yeah, there's little or no... I see a bit of water that just got on there for me. But there's little or no orange peel on this. I think this will polish up just fine now. Hit it with a good clear coat after it's polished. Okay, so I'm done with the car body. The hood just needs a little bit of work. Alright everybody, since I'm near done with the engine, it's time to turn my attention to the suspension. This car has a detailed suspension just like the engine. Okay? These are parts of the suspension. We've got tie rods. We've got everything. Struts. I mean, you can look at those struts. The spring details are there. Here's our CV joints to get power from the engine to the tires. Okay. We got our disc brakes, more springs. And other than the pin marks on those, I like the detail on these things. Just wish they didn't have the pin marks. So I'm going to have to sand off those pin marks unless they're not going to show. I noticed I missed a few on the engine. Fortunately, they all appear to be in places where you won't see anything anyhow. Okay. Pin marks on this are not so. Here's the other side. This is the door panels. Okay. There's the dash. Exhaust right here. You know, this thing just surprises me, the amount of detail on this tiny little car model. This is not going to be a very big car, but it's really, really detailed. Alright, so up first are these discs. I've removed one, cleaned it up already. I'm going to remove the other four, get going on them. And I think I'm going to do the suspension parts too. Here's one of the steering knuckles. The other one's already missing. Okay. For the front. This is the rear suspension. This is part of the front, and this is part of the front suspension too. Okay. I'm going to get working on these tonight and see if I can clean those pin marks up. I also have to see how this goes together, because it just, I don't know. There's more details there than you can see with your plain eye in the lighting I have in this room. That one, really, look at that detail. That just surprises me. You've got one wrapped around the other. If I can paint that and make that look good, that's worth it right there. Okay, and I think I can get away with that. We'll see. If not, I know how to replace that, but I may not have to replace that and make it look good. Just mad painting. Alright, first up is these discs. I'm going to get them removed, and we got to get them looking like discs on cars. Okay? So let me pop them and get working. I'll be back in a bit. I don't know why there's crowds around the monkeys. I'd rather see this. Much rather see this than monkeys. Leopard. He's coming back. He's like, I don't want to go anywhere near those people. They've had enough of people looking at him today. And that's a she. You were right on that, Mom. Okay, I got that wrong. That is a jaguar, not a leopard.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. They're cute to me. They're cute.
That's a cougar.
They're cute to me. Whoa, where's he going?
Oh yeah, they're big.
It's like, leave me alone. Tigers.
That's a tiger, BB. That's the biggest of the cats. It's a little cold for him and he's old. He's limping.
Tigre. Dicen papá.
Osos. Ponte ahí, mamá.
Bears.
Are they real bears?
Oh yeah, those are bears, Mom.
Well, they're not like I've seen in Colorado.
No, they're not brown bears. They're not black bears. Probably some Asian bears.
Look at they